Welcome back, guys. My name is Patrick, aka Chief Pat, and today, bringing you guys a brand new video. Now today, I wanted to talk to you guys about Town Hall 11 because it seems like there's a bunch of stuff floating around the internet/community about the Town Hall 11 update, so I sort of wanted to lay down all the facts and everything we know so far, as well as give you guys a little bit of speculation towards the end of the video. But first of all, let's talk about everything that we know about the update so far. So obviously, Town Hall 11 is the cornerstone of this update. That was announced at ClashCon. You guys can check it out. It is a white and supposed to be some sort of ancient themed town hall. Personally, for me, I think Town Hall 9 is probably the best themed town hall to date. Town Hall 10 looks a lot better with the new level 11 wall update, but still, I'm hoping to see a really cool Town Hall emerge, and of course, we're going to see a lot of evolving as more stuff comes out from the Town Hall. Don't expect everything to be announced right away for Town Hall 11. As you guys know, at Town Hall 10, there was only a couple of things that you got right away when the update came out, and then over the years, more and more stuff came out for Town Hall 10, so don't freak out if Town Hall 11 isn't complete initially as it comes out, because there's always new buildings and new stuff that is going to be released. Also at ClashCon, they did confirm the new defense. I've been calling it the Bald Eagle, but there's been a bunch of different names going around for it. Personally, I think it looks really cool. I'm a little bit interested to see how it's going to work between like having to use a kill squad to take this thing out or prioritizing your attacks. I've never had a chance to actually test it out, so we're going to have to see how the new defense works out. It looks really powerful, especially against those high hit point troops, because it does such a concentrated amount of damage. I know in the animations it looks like it hits like a 3-tile radius, but honestly it only hits that massive amount of damage within half a tile, and you can actually get your troops to run away from it if it doesn't clump up. But that's pretty much it for the new defense. We don't know too much more besides that. There's more details which I put in a video earlier. If you guys want to check that out, I'll link it in the description below. And then also, I'm going to call the new hero pretty much all but confirmed, because if you guys checked out the Clash Twitter, someone tweeted new hero and the Clash of Clans team retweeted it. And then also when you take a look at the slide that they sort of leaked, it was in the army tab in the shop, and only inside of the army tab, the only thing that resembles a troop would be the king and the queen. So I'm just going to call the new hero confirmed from that. So we are expecting that sometime soon. So excited to hear what's going to be for this new type of hero. I've made a wish list before about what type of hero I would like to see. I've always wanted to see some sort of utility-based hero, maybe one that didn't even do any damage whatsoever. I did a video about that maybe 2 or 3 months ago, but we'll have to see how this new hero works, because it could be crazy overpowered or crazy underpowered. It's going to be a tough thing to balance, especially with that new defense. I really do not envy the developer's job trying to balance Town Hall 11. It's going to be a little bit crazy, and especially the weeks coming after the video, it's going to be a little bit wild to see how this thing's going to all play out. So besides those big 3 things we saw at ClashCon, the new Town Hall, the new defense, and the new hero, quote unquote, let's go ahead and talk about some other things that have been mentioned and some things that I picked up on. So first of all, they did mention that the map is going to be expanded and the obstacles are going to be moved. So for you guys who have your trees on the borders, don't worry, they are going to be able to move those for you guys to the new border, because it looks like the map's going to be expanded. I saw some people have some numbers based on what they thought from the developer build, how the maps would be expanded. Of course, the videos that they showed us at ClashCon, nothing was final. They could change anything if they wanted to, but it looks like the map's going to be expanded, because obviously if you're adding in all this new stuff for Town Hall 11, you're going to need a little bit more real estate to put that new defense, and if they bring some other stuff, then who knows how they're going to fit that all into the current map that we have. So yeah, the map's pretty much confirmed to be expanded, especially from this post on the forums that showed some of the stuff that I talked about just earlier. Also, at ClashCon, Jonas mentioned that there's going to be much more stuff coming, and I know a few of the things that they're working on for this update, which seem to be like pretty big stuff, but he pretty much mentioned inside of the ClashCon speech that this is going to be one of the biggest updates that we've ever had in Clash of Clans. In fact, if I had to compare it to something, I think that Clan Wars would be the only thing that you could compare this to, but it looks like we're going to have a bunch of different stuff added to the game that, again, I know some of, but I don't know good enough details. If I did even tell you guys, which I'm not allowed to, that it would just be too confusing. But this update is just going to be absolutely massive. And because it's going to be so massive, they also confirmed that there's going to be an extended sneak peek schedule. So Jonas mentioned that there will be an extended sneak peek schedule during his talk at ClashCon. And a normal sneak peek schedule, I say, looks like 4 or 5 days. If you guys have checked out the most recent updates, usually it's around 4 or 5 days of sneak peeks. So for an update like this, this, I wouldn't be surprised to see a week's worth of sneak peeks. And if they really have a ton of new stuff, you could even see the sneak peeks lasting longer than that. But you definitely don't want to have too many sneak peeks. I know sometimes I've gotten tired of the sneak peeks and I've said, just like, give me the update already. I don't want to see these pictures anymore of what's going to be coming to the game. But if it's something like this where it potentially could be even the biggest Clash update of all time, then yeah, maybe a longer sneak peek schedule, maybe even upwards of 10 days could be appropriate for that. Also on the forums, one of the Clash of Clans community managers, Anna, she did mention that we aren't going to get any sneak peeks today. That was yesterday. And she also said it didn't look like there was going to be an update next week, which means that the earliest that we would see the update would be on November 9th, or I guess November 8th, depending on if you guys count Sunday as the beginning of a new week. So not counting next week, which is going to be November 1st through the 7th, the next week would be November 8th through the 14th, the soonest that we would see the new update. So it looks like we have at least about 2 weeks, maybe 10 days remaining before the possibility of the update being released inside of the game. So as far as my speculation goes, I'm just going to throw my hat in the ring as far as a prediction when the update's going to come out. I do not know when the update's going to come out. I have not been told any information when the update's going to be coming out besides that forum post that I saw right there. I'm going to guess that we're going to see the update either on 2 separate sets of days, either on Monday of Tuesday of that week that I just talked about, which would be the 9th or the 10th of November, or the week after that, which would be the 16th or the 17th of November. And the reason that I'm picking Monday or Tuesday as the date I think the update's going to come out is because usually when they're working, like when Supercell's working on an update, I think they'd rather have more time to release it and then work on it throughout the week. That's why they usually don't release updates on Friday, because if they release an update and then the update's messed up, then they're going to not be able to work on it because they don't work over the weekends. So I would expect the update to be released earlier in the week. That way, if they have any kinks or flaws that they need to work out on it, they can do that while they're actually at the office, and they don't have to come in on a Saturday or a Sunday. Just looking back at the history of updates and when they've come out in Clash of Clans, usually they're at the beginning of the week because they don't want to have to deal with it over the weekend. It's just pretty common stuff, especially any sort of job. You don't release game-changing stuff for your company on a Friday when you want to go home. So expect the updates earlier in the week, and I'm going to guess that it's either going to be on the 9th or the 10th or the 16th or the 17th. And if it's on the 17th, that's actually my birthday, and it would be a pretty good present, even though I would rather have seen it the week earlier. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. As far as facts go, we're getting a new town hall, a new defense, a new hero, quote unquote, as well as the map is going to be expanded, and we are going to be seeing much more stuff coming in the update as spoken to by a Clash developer himself, as well as I don't think we're going to be seeing an update sneak peek from that, or update next week from that forum post, and we will be having updated sneak peeks, or I mean extended sneak peeks, so be looking forward to that over the next couple of days, or even maybe more than a week. So yeah, that's going to do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope it cleared up any confusion, all of those rumors flying around. That's all I've seen so far as this update goes. I'm going to give you guys any details that I get as soon as I get them. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.